Welcome to the third episode of the Completely Random Foolishness podcast, hosted by me, Asia, and today I'm going to bring to you one of my favorite topics, conspiracy theories. I love them. I don't know why I love them. It's because they range from absolutely insane to stuff that sounds like it might make sense if you think about it the right way. I've always been the type of person in school to question everything. You know, if a teacher tells me that something is the way that it is, I want to know why. I wanted to know who decided that. I wanted to know, is there any other way we could think of it? You know, I did that in math, I did it in science, history, just in every subject. I was always questioning everything. So I guess that leads to a natural curiosity of conspiracy theories. Because conspiracy theorists are groups of people that don't just take things at face value. They want to research it for themselves. And I think that's a really smart approach to life, even though there are some theories that are completely wacky and off the wall, and you look at it and you're like, who would ever believe something like this? But if you think about it, anyone could just tell you anything, and if you just go with it, then honestly, how many lies would you believe in your lifetime? That's just how I think of things. Not everyone does, but that's just me. So I'm gonna talk about some theories that I came across yesterday that I was like, oh, that's cool. Never heard of these before. Well, okay. There's one that I had heard of before, but I want to talk about it anyway. So first of all, here are some conspiracy theories that are pretty popular. A lot of people talk about them, or you've heard of them. So there's the Mandela effect, and that's the belief that there are alternate realities and other dimensions, and that these other dimensions sometimes cross with this one. And when that happens, things change. The probably by far the most popular example of this is the Berenstain Bears book. A lot of people believe that Berenstain Bears was spelled with an E, like Berenstein, and not Berenstain with an A. You'd have to look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about, but it's a pretty cool one, and there are lots of examples of Mandela effect. And then another one is Area 51. Come on, who hasn't heard of Area 51? People believe that Area 51 is where the government hides aliens and extraterrestrial beings, just stuff that's not from this world, like monsters and creatures, weird stuff like that. And I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a good idea. Why would the government, not hide aliens? If they found aliens, I'd want to hide it too. So another one you've probably heard of is the moon landing hoax, and that's when people think that no one ever actually went to the moon, and that it was all all the evidence is Photoshop stuff. So I think they're pretty cool. Those are some really popular ones, but here, God, I don't even know how to get into this, because one of these is so off the wall. It's so weird. So some personal conspiracy theories that I kind of came up with myself as a child, and I guess you wouldn't really call them conspiracy theories, but they're pretty cool things that happened that, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Alright, take two. I came up with some conspiracy theories of my own growing up, and I wanted to share them with you. I think they're pretty cool. So there's this train station where I live that I've never actually even seen anyone go into. I don't even know if trains still go through my town, the personal trains, the ones you would ride to another place, not cargo trains, but one that you would board to get to another destination. So, but the train station is still there, and there's still a track by it, and I just really don't think I've ever seen anyone go in. But what's really cool about it is that one day, my older cousin, he's about 7 years older than me, we were riding by the train station, and he pointed to it, and he said, "Did you know that that's hell?" And I said, huh? What? And he said, yeah, that's why you never see anybody go in there, because it's actually hell. It's for dead people. And I was like, no way. And he's like, yeah. So for whatever reason, I believed it. I don't know. But to this day, I still don't like to go in the parking lot to that train station, because like people go in the parking lot, there's an ATM there, and so that's the only time you would ever really drive up there to where that train station is to use the ATM. I don't even like using the ATM that's on that property, because I still feel like there's something eerie about that place, even though it's, okay, it's not hell. Let's just be clear, it's not. But still, it's just something a little weird about that place. Here's one that happened like 2 years ago that was so weird. So I call it the blue truck conspiracy. My dad had picked me up from school, and we were on the way home. And we were on this road. It was like a bunch of trees on the side of the road. There's really nothing scenic, except there was this blue truck in front of us. And I remember it specifically because it was a very, very odd colored blue. I had never seen it on a truck before, and it didn't have like any kind of symbol on it. Like you couldn't even tell, honestly, what kind of truck it was. Like, was it a Ford? Was it a Toyota? Was it a Chevy? I don't know. My dad and I, we were like, what kind of truck is that? That's really weird. And it was it was a very specific, keep that in mind, it's a very specific truck. You wouldn't just see this type of truck twice. Well, it was driving really, really slow. And so my dad passed the truck. We went by it. And we kept driving another, I don't know, like 5 minutes or so on this road. And we're getting ready to pull to a stop sign. And my dad says, wait, what? And I'm like, what? Huh? What's going on? He's like, that truck's in front of us. I said, wait, no, not the same blue truck that we passed like 5 minutes ago. How could they be in front of us? I know there's not 2 trucks. And he's like, yeah, that's the same truck. And so I'm trying to think, I'm like, did they turn off on a side road and come back this way? But they couldn't have, because it was a straight road. There was nowhere to turn. It's like, well, did they pass us and we didn't notice it? I don't think that's the case, because we were the only cars on the road. I think we would have seen that. And it was really weird, because I know for a fact that we passed that truck, and somehow it ended up in front of us again. I don't know. To this day, that's still really, really weird. It could have been an alien. I don't know. It didn't look like the truck was even from here. Such a weird blue truck. So, I mean, I guess I kind of sound crazy now. But conspiracy theories are so much fun. And so I want to get into a few that I ran into yesterday that I thought was super cool. So the first one is, it's a conspiracy theory, but it's really not. It was a parody. This guy named John Oliver from, what's the name of the show? It's a talk show called Last Week Tonight, I think. He did a segment on YouTube conspiracy videos, and he were talking about how ridiculous they can get. And I understand. I may be a fan of conspiracy theories. I may like looking into them. Like, if you've ever just at 3 o'clock in the morning gone to that side of YouTube, you know what I'm talking about. That side of YouTube, that weird side of YouTube, you can find some pretty interesting stuff. And I mean, like, you'll be there for hours, like, just recommended video after recommended video. You'll never want to leave. You won't want to come up for air. I'm so serious. So I get it. Like, they're interesting. But I get his point too. They're also kind of crazy. And some of them are borderline insane. Like, and they reach very far to get some of their points. You know, you look at them, it's like, how did you even get to that conclusion? That you had to have, like, I don't know, put 2 and 2 together to get 10. How did you, I don't know. So he did a parody video of one conspiracy theory, and he called it the Cadbury cream egg conspiracy theory. It's so funny. It's so funny, and you have to go for yourself and see this YouTube video. But I'm going to give you the basic thing. It's that he was talking about that the cream eggs are actually created by the Illuminati. And he ended the video by saying that when you cut one in half and you stick it at the top of a triangle, it looks like the Illuminati all-seeing eye thing. It's so weird, and he's reaching so much, but it's a very accurate representation of what a YouTube conspiracy theory video is like. He also said that Cadbury cream eggs are a terrible candy that tastes like mermaid placenta covered in candle wax. I died laughing when I heard that. It was so funny. You have to watch the video yourself. But yeah, I guess that's not really a conspiracy theory, but I had to throw that one in there because it was so funny. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is the Mona Lisa conspiracy theory. Now, there's already a whole bunch of theories about that painting, just because of like the Da Vinci Code, and just like that era was full of mystery. So there's a lot of stuff surrounding that painting in particular, and just like Da Vinci too, who painted it. But this one particular theory is that Da Vinci actually hid a secret code in her eyes. And the only way you can see it is if you magnify the image a bunch of times, but it's got to be high res. So you can't just like zoom in. But no, you like really have to magnify it a lot to get it. So it's pretty cool because someone said that actually you can see like numbers and letters in there. And they found LV in her right eye. That left eye is a little bit more hard to dissect and to see. But that right eye, there's a lot of stuff in that right eye that you could get to. And so people have been trying to crack the code for years. And, you know, I kind of want to do it myself, but I have no idea how I would ever blow up an image of the Mona Lisa. Like, what do? Do I go to the museum where they have it at and, I don't know, take a picture? It's so weird. I don't know how to do that. So and the ones who said that it was a secret code and it was actually not conspiracy theorists, it was oh my god, I can't talk. Italy's National Committee for Cultural Heritage. They were the ones who said there was a code in the eye. And get this, apparently Da Vinci would carry around the painting like on his person. He would carry it with him. And so it kind of made people believe he was hiding something. I don't know. It's weird, but I kind of want to see for myself. Like, does the Mona Lisa have a secret code in her eyes? What does it say? You know? Does it tell me, I don't know, the secrets of the Illuminati? I don't know. I really want to know, though. So the next conspiracy theory that I want to talk about is so personal to me. It's personal to me because this is one conspiracy theory I actually wish was true. And I know it's not, but I wish it was. So I preface this by saying the day that Michael Jackson died, I was distraught. I was spending the night, I had spent the week actually at my aunt's house in Greenville, and I had gotten a phone call from my grandma. I had just woken up, and she called me and she said, Asia, Michael Jackson died this morning. And as she was saying that, I walked by the TV in the living room, and it was plastered all over the news. They were just having a field day with it. And I said, oh, I see. And I just hung up. I just hung up because I didn't even know how to process that information. Like, I never thought, I know that everyone dies, but like, I didn't expect it, I guess. That was just something that was like out of nowhere, I guess. And I remember I dropped to my knees in the floor. It's so weird. It's so dramatic, but it actually happened. I sunk to my knees in the floor, and I just like, I was staring straight at the TV in shock, in complete shock. People were talking to me, like my brother was trying to get my attention, my aunt was trying to get my attention, my cousin was trying to get my attention, and I was just like locked into this TV. I was glued there. I was like, there's no way that Michael Jackson is dead. There's no way. And I paced the floor, and I was like, there's no way. I was completely in denial, and I was hurt. I was hurt. I have loved Michael Jackson since I was 4 years old. I remember my mom would play Michael Jackson in the car, and I'd be like, play that one over again. Play it again. Just like my brother Cameron does now. He loves Michael Jackson too. and it gets kind of irritating at times, but I understand. Like, I get it. He's really good. My birthday party, I had a birthday party at the skating rink in Henderson, and they played Michael Jackson for me. It was really cool. You could go up and you could request songs, and I remember watching my cousin, the same one who told me that hell was in a train station, the same one. He walked up to the person controlling the music, I don't know, the DJ, I guess, and he said, play Beat It. Yeah, I think he said play Beat It, which was my favorite at the time. That and Billie Jean, 2 favorites. Since then, I have changed. I'm getting way off topic, aren't I? It doesn't matter. I love talking about Michael Jackson. So that's why I'm telling you this story. I'm a huge fan of Michael Jackson. So naturally, when I ran across this conspiracy theory, I was like, what? I can go for this one. And the theory is that Michael Jackson never actually died. Moment of silence. I know. But people are saying that they've been saying it for a while now, like ever since his funeral, that he didn't actually die. People are saying that they've seen him with Paris, like they've taken selfies that she's posted on Instagram and like zoomed in on a corner and was like, that's actually Michael Jackson hiding, you know, stuff like that. There's a couple of people that I've seen on YouTube who did whole videos where they like tried to debunk his funeral and tried to act like his family was just acting, and that like I saw one where they were saying that Michael had been replaced by a clone. It was so weird, but I was kind of hoping that there might be some truth to this conspiracy theory, just because I love Michael Jackson so much and I don't want him to be dead. I want him to be here so I can go to one of his concerts and so he can enjoy life with his family and sing and dance, all of that good stuff. But like one of the weirdest things about this conspiracy theory, however, is that July 30th, 2017, a man named Steve Earhart posted a cryptic tweet, and the tweet was saying that he knew something about Michael Jackson that even his family didn't know. And people were like running with this tweet. They were like, what do you know? What do you know? What do you know? And I don't think he ever stated what he knew. If he did, I guess I didn't read that tweet, but people took that to mean that maybe Michael Jackson is still alive. So I think that's pretty cool, and I just wanted to share that because that, like I said, that one is kind of near and dear to my heart. I really wish that it was true and that somebody would prove that Michael's still here, but you know, that's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And so, okay, the last conspiracy theory I want to talk about is so out there that I had to save it for last. This one is out there. And it's called the time cube theory. If you've never heard of the time cube theory, then be prepared. Prepare yourself. So basically, here's like the gist of it. It was created by a man named Otis Eugene Ray. He just goes by Gene, though. Well, he's dead, so yeah. He went by Gene. And in 1997, he made a website where there was a bunch of text and images of varying shapes and sizes, and you just scrolled down to the bottom. It was a really, really long message. He would just type really weird stuff explaining his theory. And so it wasn't a regular website at all, like, you know, where you would have a home tab and you know, different like stuff you could click on. It was basically just a long paragraph of text that was on this website. And he claimed that each day is actually 4 days at a time. And he had a diagram to explain it. You'd have to go to this website, really. It's like timecube something. I can't even think of the URL right now. timecube.2enp.com. Go to this website. The domain expired in 2015, but somebody archived it and saved an exact like replica of this website. So you need to check it out. It's very interesting. He's got so many diagrams trying to explain what he says scholars would not listen to. He also proclaimed himself to be the wisest man on earth. He was pretty weird. He was a pretty weird guy. And so I'm looking, I want to read some of the stuff that he wrote on this website because it's so weird. All right, here's what he says in one section. Children will be blessed for kissing of educated adults who ignore 4 simultaneous days, same Earth rotation, practicing boring oneness upon Earth of quadrants. Boring adult crime versus youth supports lie of integration. One educated are most dumb. Not one human except dead one. Man is paired, to half for self. Let me keep going. One of God is only 1/4 of God. Marshmallow a lie, and word is lies. Navel connects 4 corner 4s. God is born of a mother. She left belly B signature. What? Every priest has Ma sign, but lies to honor unicorns. Belly B proves 4 corners. What did I just read? This is so weird. You have to go to this website. He tried to explain. I'm gonna try to explain this diagram. Okay, so there is he's saying that Earth rotates in like a cubic form. And that it's actually it's round, but it's a cube. Something I don't know. He's saying that it's a ball, but it's a cube at the same time. And one corner is midday, one is sundown, one is midnight, and one is sun up. And oh Jesus, this is so weird. Okay, so here's I'm gonna read some of this diagram. Earth has 4 days simultaneously each rotation. You erroneously measure time from one corner. Earth, body, 4 corner time equals 4 leg mobility. Your ignorance of harmonic cube is demonic. Alright. And he offered $1,000 to anyone who can disprove the harmonic cube. That is so interesting. This one's so cool. I really just want to take the time to go through this whole website because there's so much going on with this. I want to read maybe some more from this website. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Okay, I'll read this section. Till you know 4 simultaneous days rotate in the same 24 hours of Earth, you don't deserve to live on Earth. Oh my God. Americans are actually retarded from religious academia taught oneism upon an Earth of opposite poles covered by mama. Hole and papa pole pulsating opposite burritos. The onist educated with their flawed one eye. Perspective. Opposite eyes overlay cyclops. Mentality inflicts static, non-pulsating logos as a fictitious unicorn. Same burrito transformation. Yes, this guy is totally the wisest man on earth, and he actually said that about himself. There's also another man, according to Wikipedia, because that's where you get all your accurate information. There's another man who claimed himself to be Jean Ray's follower, and his name was Richard Janskarski. I don't know how to say that. But he was known online as Cubehead, and he was a self-professed disciple of Ray who called himself the second wisest human. So they were both a little bit wacky. So apparently this guy, Richard, he created another website called Cubic Awareness Online, and it was a forum. He wanted to travel to... Oh no, he did travel. He traveled from Australia to Florida to meet Ray. But apparently they had a lot of disagreements. And so they left. They never saw each other again. And Ray denounced Richard on his website. And then Richard committed suicide. That's really sad. This is a really, really weird theory. I don't even know what to do with this information. So I strongly suggest you go for yourself and you look this up. So I'm going to throw this out there. I have a couple family members who are known for, okay, I won't say they're known for, but they're they're really good for dismissing anything that's out of the norm for them, I guess. And I understand how people do that because they're saying that, I've known something to be this way for so long, how can you just accept a change? And that's hard to do. And that's cool, that's fine. But don't be the type of person that immediately dismisses something new or dismisses something that you know nothing about because you think it's too weird or it's too strange or that it couldn't possibly be right. And even though I'm looking at this time cube theory and I'm thinking to myself, this can't possibly be right, what I don't want to do is to immediately say, this is stupid, without actually reading it for myself, without actually doing the research and getting the information for myself. The more I'm reading it, the more I'm saying, yeah, I was right, this is stupid. But it's very interesting, and I want to kind of see the mental process that Gene Ray himself went through when he was doing this, because I want to see where he was coming from, and I want to see, I strongly believe that this man actually thought he was right, and that he actually believed that this was a theory that people were trying to hide from, that the government was trying to hide from other people. I believe that he believed that. And so I want to see why he believes that. Instead of immediately dismissing this man, I want to see where he's coming from. And that's all I'm saying to other people, because I've had so many experiences where I've tried to talk to someone about something that wasn't even crazy, and they immediately were like, nope, no, we're not going to talk about that. No. So I just, it hits home for me, and for multiple reasons, but it's just, I think that I'm rambling. I'm totally rambling. I don't even know how to say this. I just think that we should, as people, do our own research and, think for yourselves. Don't just go with what people tell you, and don't shut people down who are trying to talk to you about something that you may not know or may not agree with. That's why people have discussions and debates. You can be respectful to each other without being rude and shutting someone down immediately. That's all I'm saying. This is a short episode. So that's all for this episode of the Completely Random Foolishness. I hope you go and check out some of these conspiracy theories for yourself, or maybe come up with some of your own, just for fun. Just like John Oliver did when he created the Cadbury cream egg one. So if you can think of any cool conspiracy theories that I should look up, leave a comment down below talking about what it is, or where I could find it, or what are some conspiracy theories that you might believe in, or what are some conspiracy theories that you think are totally bonkers. Leave a comment. I want to read them, and I will see you guys next Wednesday for something else. I don't know what that thing is yet, but I guess we'll see then. Bye!